Yeah, this is my first ever response video. I ain't doing this to be rude. I'm doing this out of respect. So you got to go back to when rap originally was made. It was a way to bring together, to express yourself, and then as rap got bigger, the snakes got deeper. As rap became more of a mainstream artifact, the bigwigs wanted in on it. You have to go back to the Biggie Smalls and Tupac issue. Biggie Smalls and Tupac were bigger than rap. Biggie Smalls was bigger than rap on the East Coast. Tupac was bigger than rap on the West Coast. Tupac and Biggie and Tupac actually created a war. It was massive hate in the 90s. We talking about on sight, you can get dumped on real quick if you was in the wrong state. And the big wigs didn't like that, so we had the rest in peace Biggie Smalls and Tupac. But y'all don't remember, back in 97, 98, there was a meeting with the big wigs. There was a deep. So the meeting was of the bigwigs. They didn't like the way rap was going. Rap was out of control, but not out of control, out of their control. They had no way to push the stigma of racism because we wasn't talking about it. We stayed in our hood. We didn't travel downtown or uptown. We stayed where we was. Brooklyn was Brooklyn. Compton was Compton. Eazy-E came along and Dr. Dre. They made it amazing. They made it fun to rap. And then you had Biggie, you had LL Cool J, you had Big Daddy Kane, all of these rappers that they did it internally, but they did it without the funding of these big wig companies. And then when the big wigs had that meeting after Rest in Peace, Biggie Smalls and Tupac died, that's when it all changed. That's when auto tunes became something. That's when they pushed Eminem. See, you don't get it. Eminem was never good. Eminem has a computer writing for him. Eminem was not just created out of thin air. Eminem was a plant. Eminem was to show that there was no way this could be just ours. So then when they poured in Eminem, it changed everything. You got to look what Eminem bred. Eminem was the father of the failed rap. Eminem was the beginning of it. We should have never let him in. We should have never let him have it. I'm not saying this because he's white. I'm saying because he wasn't a rapper. Eminem is not a rapper. He's a parody. He's a parody of a rapper. He is gifted. He's a gifted parody rapper. He is not a rapper. He's not like NWA. He's not like Boogie Down Productions. He's not like any of KRS-One. He has nothing on these people. We're talking about nothing. He couldn't even tread their water. We're talking about go back to deep cover. We're talking about Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. That's how good these rappers were. But once Biggie and Tupac died and no Diddy, he wanted his nose in everybody. So they sold out. They let Eminem in. As little as Eminem came in, you started seeing black rappers pushed to the back. Now they were cheering on Eminem. Now they were putting Eminem in the front. He was the star, the Hollywood guy. He was the anomaly. He was somebody we've never seen, we've never heard of. This is something unlike anything we've ever experienced. A white man that can rap. There was no such thing as the Beastie Boys before. There was no such thing as the guy of Jamaican Snow that sung Jamaican. He was white. See, there was more. There was more before Eminem, but because they seen that we burnt them out, they brought in Eminem, and then they made us step back. That's why the cypher back in the day on BET was a joke. You remember that blind dude. Remember the blind guy on BET? Once again, they put him in the front row. They put him up front in front of everybody. It started in the early 2000s, and rap became nothing more than a congregation of fools who are willing to sell out their soul, their backside for $1 to get rich. It became convoluted with nothing more than crap. There's nothing there. There's nothing left. Look around you. NBA Youngboy, he's grinding against men, but we skipped. You forgot about DMX. You forgot about 50 Cent. These people were different. But then it changed, and now rap is nothing more than a perpetual state of going to prison, getting tattoos, and being gay. I said it. Somebody may not like it, but it's because of this. It's because of the feeling that there is nothing left, that we have to keep showing this stereotype. Oh, we're bad. We go to jail. We shoot guns. We sell drugs. Why you think Glorilla is there? You really think she's a good rapper? I like this dude right here. I like your first song. That song with a single mom. I love that song. I banged it out. I used to ride that through the hood and have women look over me like they couldn't stand me. So I had to turn it down. You know, people make dumb choices now due to their emotions. Anyway, the point was he said was, look at Sexy Red. Look at her name, Sexy Red. She's popular. She's going to schools. So you got little 4 and 5-year-old girls saying, Mommy, who is this? Sexy. What's sexy? They're looking it up. Why would people push a girl whose name is Sexy and have her go into schools, have her go into meetings, have her be publicized, give her all types of exposure, but still her name is Sexy? That's the problem. Look at Glorilla. She's trash. She's an ass rapper. Everything she said has ever been trash. That's why nobody dealt with her. He hit another point, my brother. I have to agree with you on another point. They didn't want to deal with this. It was pushback. And when these nasty ass, low-cut, rotten bitches now, because this is the life they've always wanted to live, they want to be nasty. They want to 70 dudes a month. They want to be ran through where their box look like 2 pieces of bologna flapping in the wind. They don't want no feeling in the walls. The walls are gone, man. It's like throwing a sausage into the Grand Canyon. There's nothing you're going to hit but the bottom, and even the bottom is going to take a while. It's bad. And now you have Glorilla who's getting arrested, and all these people are going to say, free her, free her. He's right. This is a part of the job. The job description is a rapper. If you're a woman, tattoos. Your raps have to be nasty. They have to talk about disgusting shit. They have to talk about things you never heard of before. Yes, you have Adina Howard. I'm a freak in the morning. You had that, and you had that Kayla, whatever that, my back and mine. You had that, okay? But look, it disappeared. They had to keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And now females, black females, took and embraced this music like this was the gospel. Did you know Glorilla has gospel album of the year? A woman that talks about her vagina all day? This shows that we perpetuate the stereotype of failure. That no matter how good we are, we have to be rappers. We have to get tattoos. If you're a male, you have to get with another dude. You got to be doing gay all fucking day in your video. Look at NBA Youngboy. I found a video with him grinding up a dude. How? How is this okay? How is it okay that if you look, the industry pushes what they want on us, what they want us to be, and black people are so fucking weak-minded, they take it, they take it, they take it, they take it, they take it. They take it. They take whatever and they follow. They follow. They follow. They don't say we don't want this. They wait and they accept. They accept. The music industry has been destroyed for the last 20 years. I call it the destruction since T-Pain. Auto-tunes was the end. That showed that there was no actual real talent anymore. There was no real skills. Everybody needed a computer to be designed for them to be good. So if the computer designed them to sound good, how many computers design them to look good, to sound good? The picture, the photography, it's in all of your feeds, your YouTube. I've never looked up this crap, but if I go to music, I'm gonna see Sexy Red and Glorilla. I'm a man. I think these women are disgusting. I have a 16-year-old daughter. I would never allow her to listen to this. My daughter seen this music and said, "What is this? This is nasty." This is a 16-year-old girl. So what parent is allowing their kid to not only absorb this music, to embrace this music, knowing that it is destroying the culture, the race, is destroying the future, it's destroying everything beyond anything we wanted before. You have to look back. There's so many back and forths you can go that show that this was all designed. This is how it was supposed to be. This is how it was meant to be. And look, we fell for it. Look at this. NWA. The beginning. How did we start with NWA? And I ended with a guy dancing with lipstick locked up for murder.